All right, we are going to look at ratios from TEK 6.4c. A ratio is a comparison of two quantities or amounts. So an example we have here is we have two circles and three triangles. And we're going to write that a ratio to compare the circles to triangles. So we can either write them as part to part. So that's the circles and the triangles are both parts. And then we can also do part to whole. So we could do circles to total shapes. So looking at part to part, we have 2 to 3. So we've got our colon there, or we could write 2 to 3. And then we could put it in fraction form for our 2 to 3. Now, looking at our part to our whole, circles to the total shapes, we're going to be going with, we have 5 shapes. So 2 to 5 with our colon, 2 to 5, and then our 2 to 5 with our fraction. So the different ways that we can write ratios, we have our x to y, and x to y. So that's just written out with a verbal. Here we're using our colon, and here we've got it in fraction form. The quantities in a ratio are called terms. Next, we're going to look at equivalent ratios. Equivalent ratios are ratios that name the same comparison. You can find the equivalent ratio by multiplying or dividing both terms of a ratio by the same number. So you know how to do this, it's going to sound confusing until we see it. So right here I have 2 circles and 7 triangles. Two circles, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 triangles. And so I've set it up in fraction form, our 2 to 7, and this is a part to part. And if I multiply both my numerator and my denominator by 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 7 times 2 is 14. These fractions here are equivalent, which we learned that back when we were working on simplifying and with our fractions. So our ratio of 2 to 7 is equivalent to 4 to 14. So let's look at the one with dividing. So here I have 8 to 24. We'll divide those by 4. And yes, I know that I can divide them by 8 if I wanted. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. And 24 divided by 4 is 6. So 8 to 24 is equivalent to 2 to 6. If you have any questions on this, please reach out to me. I know some of us are still working on getting comfortable with fractions, but we are going to practice, and do our best. Have a great day today.